Drew Brees joining us here, shooting some hoops with Victor Cruz. I love how guys get competitive. It doesn't matter what it is. And, you know, Drew's probably as competitive as anybody you'll find. So he's out there shooting hoops with Victor Cruz. Like, you can't turn it off, can you?
No, never. Well, I mean, we search for things in the offseason to compete at, you know, because football season's over and, you know, you think you're going to go and relax for a few weeks or what have you, and that just, after a while, you just start going stir crazy and you got to find something to compete at.
I think you said one time that people have said, "Hey, you're Steve Nash," like that you look a little bit like Steve Nash.
I've gotten a few of those. Yeah, I take it as a great compliment. If I had some Steve Nash game, I'd be doing okay.
If you could play basketball or football, if I said that you had the ability to play in the NBA, a do-over coming out of Purdue,
I'd say football. Now, if you had said football, baseball, I would have had to give it some thought, because I was really more of a baseball player growing up. That was really my dream, was to play professional baseball.
Did you get drafted?
No, I did not. My intent was to go to Purdue and to walk on the baseball team. I always wanted to be a two-sport athlete in college. And my freshman offseason, I was going to walk on, but then they brought in a junior college transfer and some other guys to compete for the job. And I got to make sure I lock in the starting job. Sophomore year went so well that I thought I don't want to take the risk. But it is one of my, I wouldn't say regrets, but, man, I wish I would have given it a shot.
What position?
Shortstop, third. I was really more of a hitter, though. Wasn't a great fielder.
Really?
Yeah, I was not a great fielder.
What kind of arm, though?
A good arm. I mean, a good enough arm. I could make the plays. I could make the play in the hole and make the throw to first. But that's all that matters.
Do we overrate arm strength
in the NFL?
Yeah.
Yes.
But why is it so important when the scouts are looking at somebody and they go, "Boy, he's got a big arm and a cannon"?
Well, because your ability to stretch a defense. You know, if you can push the ball down the field, then that gives the defense a little bit more to think about. You don't have to throw with as much anticipation. You know, you're able to fit the ball into tighter windows, maybe if you're late or what have you. But see, I believe a lot of the success at the quarterback position comes from trust and anticipation. Trusting the guys you're throwing to, trusting the scheme and where you're throwing it, and then just anticipating throws and throwing them. I mean, I've seen many guys that I've admired over the years that really didn't have the greatest arm strength, but they were great players because of those two factors. Trust
and anticipation is just key. Well, you're throwing to spots a lot of times. Right.
I mean, yeah, based upon coverage, based upon the route concept, you know where guys are supposed to be, and based upon where the defenders are, you anticipate those throws. You put them there a lot of times before guys have their heads around. But that's what the guys in this league are so fast and holes close so quickly that you have to play that way.
What's the future of the quarterbacking position?
Well, after you see what some guys did this year, you know, in the pistol and with the read option and that kind of thing, you would say that seems to be kind of the new fad. But
can you have a long
more
career?
Than a fad. It's you're going to take more shots.
Yeah,
certainly. You know, I don't know. I guess that's yet to be determined, because this is kind of a new thing. But you know, there's 3 or 4 guys in this league now that run that offense extremely well. One of them's playing in this game, Colin Kaepernick. So it'll be interesting to see how this evolves over the next few years.
But doesn't it come down to what you do in the pocket makes you that much more dangerous when you're running?
You know what it is? It's the ability to buy time. So whether it's just a slight little slide or move in the pocket to avoid the rush, buy yourself an extra half second, full second to push the ball down the field, make a big play, or avoid a guy in the pocket, get outside the pocket. And then there's the threat of, with a lot of these guys, hey, I can run the ball 30 or 40 yards down the field just as quickly as I can throw it down the field. That becomes a bigger threat.
But you have a clock in your head.
Yeah.
How does that work as you go back to pass? That all of a sudden you know.
Yeah. You know, so let's say it's a 7-step drop or something. You take 7 and you're usually hitched to one guy, hitched to a second guy, and once you get to that point, you know, hey, the rush is going to be closing in on you here pretty soon, so you need to make a decision. Are you throwing it to the check down? Are you throwing it away? Or are you getting outside the pocket to try to make something happen, depending on the situation?
Can you hear?
I don't think sound is a.
It doesn't play a role.
That's not a great sense. You know, I'd say in the pocket, it's feel. You can just kind of feel when guys are close to you. And
but you don't hear like a lineman saying, "Look out, Drew," or you hear a defensive lineman saying, "I'm going to get you, you bleepity bleep."
occasionally you'll hear maybe if one of your guys misses a block, kind of the and then you know it's time to get out of there.
But how is that conversation when they help you up after they've allowed their guy to sack you?
It might be hey, you okay? My bad.
How was it? We saw Sean Payton last night.
Yeah.
So now he's back in the saddle here.
Yeah.
You met with him?
I have not met him. I haven't seen him in person yet, but we're planning on hooking up this week. But I touched base with him right when he got reinstated. I was on my way to Hawaii to the Pro Bowl. He was on his way to Mobile for the Senior Bowl, and basically was just, hey, glad you're back, and can't wait to see you, and let's hook up during Super Bowl week.
Yeah, you're with Madden, EA Sports?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Well, you know that Madden NFL predicts the game every year.
Yeah.
They go through the game flow mode and they predict the game. Well, they've predicted that the Ravens are going to win this year, 27-24. Tight game.
Okay.
But they've predicted accurately 7 of the last 9 winners. So just to kind of give you an idea of just how accurate the game is, and you know, if you were on the game, they'd have you souped up probably like 99% accuracy.
You think?
You know, 99% speed.
Was Sean
You'd be
Payton
untouchable, I think.
Was Sean Payton suspended in the Madden game?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah, can we check on that?
Yeah, can we check? Where's Sandy from EA Sports? We'll ask him the accuracy of Madden. What is your prediction for the game?
I don't have a prediction.
Come on.
Listen, that's your job.
Are you
I'm
NFC? I had the Niners start of the year.
Do you?
Yeah.
Start of the year?
Yeah, I had them against the Texans.
I got you.
Yeah, so I got Niners winning.
Do you have any money on that?
No, I don't gamble.
Are you allowed to do that?
I probably could. I want to keep my money.
No. I think very rarely do you. I think you enter a game like this where you have 2 dominant defenses. 2 defenses have the ability to be dominant, and 2 such explosive offenses. Obviously, something's got to give. I'm interested to see the Niners execute their style of offense against the Ravens defense, and on the flip side, the Ravens offense has been potent here over the last 2 weeks against 2 pretty stout teams.
I agree.
So it'll be interesting to see.
EA Sports Madden NFL 13 and the Madden Bowl title. Drew defending the Madden Bowl title. His team, apparently.
Tonight.
Oh, that's right. The Madden party.
Madden
tonight.
Bowl
We're
tonight.
going.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we're going. Good to see you.
Champs.
As
You
always.
too, Dan.
If you want to go shoot hoops, I thought Victor Cruz had a little game out there.
He did. He got hot quick. But outside the arc, he's having a little trouble. So
You found his weak spot.
found his weak spot.
All right, Drew Brees.